We are live Wednesday night with those guys.
What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
Same old thing. You know how that goes.
I just got your alert from YouTube saying Wednesday night with those guys is now live.
Oh, really? Wow.
My bad. I had not mute the actual live stream. But we are live, and welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys. What's up with you, man? We're kind of like grounded here in New York.
Yeah, the rain, the weather is bad. Who knows what else?
That's okay. I found out in Zoom also in the upper left-hand corner where it says live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That lets you know the instant that you're live. So you know how we usually sit there and we wait a few seconds to make sure we're live. Well, in the Zoom window in the upper left-hand corner, it says red live and it says on YouTube.
Okay, I didn't notice
right.
it. I know that you're live once it starts, the bar starts or something like that.
Yeah. View stream on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, wow. All right. It gives you the option to watch the stream on YouTube and all of that, but I don't need that other window.
Okay.
But thanks anyway. Speaker view, gallery view, exit full screen. All right. Okay, I'm back. What's up, Jay Santiago? How are you, senor? I hope all is well with you and you've had a good week.
Now, Jay was supposed to send me
an
email letting me know where to
send his parabolic reflectors.
Right. Or are we going to meet up again and I'll just bring them to you?
It's your option, Jay. We can meet up again and fly, and he can bring you the parabolic reflectors. Only thing is, if you do fly, I highly suggest you keep all parachutes and arms and legs strapped inside the vehicle because it's windy as hell out there.
Well, not today.
Yeah, they're not today. Anyway, I wanted to talk about some things, but we will get across later on. What do you want to talk about?
Well, there's nothing special to talk about. It's just that, the AMA has build month. This is build month with the AMA. So I'm, hey, whatever. It could be build month in our community too. Well, it is RC and, aircraft. So,
okay.
Guys that come in here that fly, and they build their drones and, these FPV guys, they build. So, hey, build month.
That's interesting. I had no idea they had a build month.
Yeah, because those guys build their own planes.
Yeah, that would make sense. They should have some kind of contest.
They do.
For those of you who don't know, what's up, Furball? I'm here, but I'm cooking dinner. I can't reply to the chat. Sorry. Hi, all.
Hey, what's good, man?
What's up, Kim? Yeah, you better learn how to cook because Val likes to eat.
That one of the RC clubs here in Brooklyn has an event coming up. I have to check the date on it.
Which park? Which RC?
I think it's the Seaview guys.
Thank you, Kim, for the like. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's the Seaview guys.
Have you ever flown in Marine Park?
In Marine Park itself?
Yeah. The actual park.
I have, but you're not really supposed to, and it's kind of hard to fly in there because they have either cricket going on there or they have a lot of people playing softball, baseball.
Oh, okay. Because I've always drive past it like every 2 weeks.
Now, it's funny you asked that because when I found the RC field and I had joined the club over there, the parks department told me, this is back when I first started, I didn't know really damn thing about a drone.
I'm going to share this on the Facebook group.
What? Sure.
The live stream. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So yeah, I didn't know anything about flying drones at the time. I mean, I was just getting started, me and my P3 over here. So I was out there, and they told me, the Parks Department told me, this is the closest, spot to me that had a nice airfield to go fly at. And they had a club over there, and I went and checked out the airfield. A couple of the guys were there flying. They were pretty nice about everything, told me to bring my drone and come on in and fly.
Right.
So, like I said, and when they tell you at the Parks Department, they tell you Marine Park.
Right.
But it's really Garrison is where they're sending you.
Oh, okay. I got you. Hey, what's up, Paul?
What's good, Paul?
Reverend Paul.
Reverend Paul. Yeah, what's the update on the
nuptials?
On the nuptials.
Well,
yes, because Kim is actually in here listening.
We filed the paperwork and it went through just slid right through, especially since Herman signed the documentation. So Herman's got a stellar reputation
as a witness.
Hey, Mr. Crowley.
Hey, Mr. Crowley was good, man.
Send you an invite in a second. I just have to.
Did you send it, Justin?
Yeah, of course.
Where is he?
I don't know.
I just got back in from flying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It was an ordained flight?
Yes. It all went really well, thank the Lord.
Right. Anytime she goes out and comes back, it's a plus, right?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Kim is probably out there scouting out some motors and aluminum where he could build a man-sized drone so he can get out of there.
Who's that?
Kim.
Well, last I heard, he was measuring himself up to see how much it would cost to ship him in a box from FedEx.
Hey, Jump Off. Hey, Jump Off says, I bet your arms are tired too, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, we have some drone news we're going to hold on to for a little while. The drone news I have is racing drone related, but Herman has some drone news. I guess he'll hold on for a little while. Mr. Crawley, I sent you that invite for you to jump in. And we had our first actual post deletion this morning in the group.
Oh.
Unfortunately, and Mr. Crowley, I had to delete your picture because unfortunately in the rules that were posted this morning, it says no guns, real or fake. And you know the video with the gun on the racing drone? They're holding up the guy.
Uh-huh.
Well, he had posted that on there, so I had to take it down due to the strict rules that there are no guns, real or fake, to be shown on those guys, New York City. What's up, Cool Bick? You want an invite too? Put a 1 for yes and a 0 for no. And I'll send you one anyway.
Well, anyway, Lawrence, with this thing here, like I was saying to you before, this and Paul's probably seen it. Bell has this new self-flying cargo drone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ATP-70.
Yeah, APT-70.
Yeah, APT-70. It's some weird looking thing. It flies. It I don't know how it flies. I think it can fly.
I saw it. I have the video. I have the video running.
And
these rules are in Those Guys New York City Facebook group. That's what rules.
What I thought was crazy about it, it carries up to about 70 pounds.
Yes, it does. Hey, Mr. Crowley.
Now,
it does.
Now, Paul, if you listen to what this thing they say about this thing, and you look at how big it is, and you think about it, it can carry up to about 70 pounds, right?
Right.
It can cruise at 75 miles per hour.
This is it here.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, this thing it's about what? They say
it's 6 feet tall.
Yeah, it's about 6 feet tall and about 9 feet wide. And
right.
300 pounds to carry 70 pounds.
Yes. This is actually it in motion right here. You guys can see that on screen?
It tilts over, right?
It tilts over and hits a maximum speed of
Over
100 miles an hour
Yeah.
and can cruise at 75.
It tilts over, right?
But it weighs 300 pounds and
Somebody's gotta
carries
be
70
that.
pounds. So that's 370 pounds, which means you don't want me to fly my 3-pound drone over people, but you're going to fly a 6-foot by 9-foot, 370-pound drone over people at 100 miles an hour.
Wow. Hey, I'm so sorry about that thing. I didn't even think about that.
No, that's okay.
No, I feel bad about it. You went over the rules too, and I'm like, what's he talking about? My thing.
No, don't worry about it. It was kind of stupid, but it's for the rules that we got were the baseline that we came up with yesterday.
Right.
We got a source for the rules, and I kind of amended them, appended them, whatever the word is, to I revised it to accommodate our group, and that was in the list there. So don't even worry about it, dude. It's nothing major. We're not going to hang you by your toenails.
Good. Did you like the video?
Yeah, I've seen it before. I've seen it
before?
a couple of times. I thought it was quite funny. The guy that got held up by the racing drone with the
Yeah. I like the other ones that fly by. They're like, kill yourself.
Yeah.
You know how hard that would be, Lawrence?
What's up, Cool Bick?
And bro, just chilling.
How hard it would be to put an actual
No, to hang somebody up by their toenails.
Well, I've always heard of them threatening to do it to someone.
I think they would keep tearing them off.
Yeah, they would just
Yeah.
tear out. Because whenever we pulled some of these the nails out, they just pull right out.
Sounds like experience.
For sharing that actual experience.
That sounds. I was going to say that sounds like experience.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you guys. You want to hang out?
I get the feeling. No, I get the feeling, Sean, when you were a kid, you were the kind of kid that's like, I wonder what would happen if.
And then I did it.
Yes.
But I did it to somebody else.
Hey, I got a question for you. Do you use needle nose or regular side cutter pliers?
Actually, I used the flat-headed ones.
Oh, okay,
flat-headed-
regular side cutter ones. All right, I got you.
You can grab in there better.
Vice grip?
No, not vice grip.
No, not vice grip. The regular. I got two of them. So I
They
don't
come
know.
out with the hand with a good tug.
Yeah, it's just right out.
What's good, Ray? How are you, man?
Good, bro. A little rainy day today, but
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
The
I still had that
chance-
phantom up in the air, though.
Huh?
I still had the phantom up in the air.
Oh yeah, you can do that with a phantom in this weather.
I threw it out. Once it stopped downpouring, I threw it up there, you know.
Yeah, because right now the wind is, according to UAV forecast, and this is the only thing UAV forecast is good for, is the wind speed.
Mm-hmm.
According to it out here where I live, 4 blocks from the ocean,
Yeah.
the wind is at 20 miles per hour and gusting to 25
But what altitude? What altitude, though?
at 300 feet.
Yeah, so if you stay under 300, you
You're
probably
good.
get like 5-6 miles.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's strange because usually you have about 17 satellites. It says 9 of 8 satellites locked, and the KP index is 3.
Yeah, because the KP is blocking the satellites
Yeah.
somewhat.
Well, for all of that is, what's up, Elliot Franco? How are you? Elliot, he came by to visit us, the professional photographer there.
Hello, Elliot. How you doing?
Oh, that's what it is. I don't have any. There we go.
So
Yeah, I got a
what's
steady
good?
20 here,
How's
Lawrence.
everybody's week so far? I mean, we haven't got any flying in here in New York. I mean, I was out earlier in the week. But
I got 4 ships yesterday, 3 ships today.
Wow, look at
Oh, see, you're living the life of Riley.
Yep. No wind.
Reverend Paul Murray.
No, it's
Hey,
been
did
raining.
you, Mr. Crowder, did you catch the service earlier?
The what?
The surfaces.
The services.
The
Yeah.
nuptials. Yeah,
Yeah.
the nuptials. we had the first YouTube marriage ceremony.
Yeah, but who held the shotgun?
No, they were there, and Herman was the actual guy that had to sign the papers, the documentation, because he was the official witness.
Okay.
Every time you talk about this wedding, Val pops in. In fact, she was part of it and didn't even have to be there.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Val?
Val.
I should have checked.
Congratulations,
We can
Val.
hear you.
Hey, Val, everybody's giving you congratulations.
What's up, Magnetic Interference? Kurt, how are you, buddy? Anyway, I posted in the NYC, not NYC, in those guys, New York City group that we were live. So I guess a few people will start jumping in, and then you'll have a few listening from the outside. We wanted to speak on the issue that I figured would come up eventually here on YouTube, and it had to do with those guys, New York City.
What happened?
Hold on, text message.
What I miss?
No, Elliot was sending me a text message to show what he shot yesterday. See, he's hanging around the pretty women and everything. He doesn't have to come around us no more because he's taking pictures of women like this.
All right.
You know. But that's good. I'm glad you had fun yesterday, Elliot. Those guys, New York City Facebook group, has been selectively letting in members. And yesterday, unfortunately, we had to decline a series of members only because of certain members that were in a group that had issues with these people. So to avoid there being any issues in those guys, New York City, we've decided to keep this group of individuals apart. This way, no one party harasses the other party, and so on. Or one party feels intimidated over one party or a group of people being in there, or so on. And we will try our best to keep it that way. Nothing personal against certain individuals that were kept from joining the particular group, and I'm trying to word this properly, but it's for the best interest of our group that we keep things the way they are. All right, they're really balling on a okay. See, never mind. Someone else take over. I'm going to answer these texts.
Everyone, make sure you hit the like button too.
Yeah, so I don't know, Paul. With that drone, I don't know how much they're going to be able to carry around with that thing. With all that heavy weight of the drone, and it's only going to be able to carry 70 pounds. I mean,
well,
it could probably go from a hub to another hub, like all the other things are doing.
See, the interesting thing in my mind is this, Herman, is
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to do it cheap. So what's it going to be used for? I'm thinking it's going to be hauling medical supplies.
Well, if it can hold up to 70 pounds, I'm thinking even more than that.
Yeah.
You can now carry metal pieces. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, Herman was brought up an article of the heaviest cargo drone in the United States right now. The drone specifications are it's 6 feet tall, 9 feet wide, can carry 70 pounds, which means it's 370 pounds, travels at a top speed of 100 miles per hour, and has a cruising speed of 70 to 75 miles an hour. Now, my only issue with this thing is they're taking a 6 foot by 9 foot drone with engines, with props that are probably about 18 to 20 inches wide. Okay. And they're flying it over people when I can't fly my 3-pound drone over a highway. Now, what is going to do more damage?
My question is this:
drone
or I didn't see anything.
Drone?
I didn't see anything in the article that gave you flight time at all.
Wait a minute.
30.
Yes.
Oh, not flight time, but the distance is 35 miles.
35 miles. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Is that,
distance is
On a
is that
single-
one way? Then it has
on a-
to have a new battery.
On
or-
a full charge battery. It can go up to 35 miles on a full charge battery.
Yes. Here's the
Hey,
link
I
for it.
want one.
Here's the link for it if you guys want to do the reading, the technical reading on it.
You want one?
I want one.
But think about this. This thing can go 35,
But it
37
flies
miles
itself.
at 100 miles an hour, which means it would probably get there in about 10, 15 minutes.
But it flies itself.
And it's autonomous. Yes, it can be flown, but it's basically autonomous. So my only issue is, like I say, my drone only weighs 3 pounds. And they tell me, you can't do this, you can't do that. These guys have money to fly a 300 and something pound drone anywhere they want at a top speed of 100 miles per hour. Keep it.
Well, I know a bird took down my drone,
Uh-huh.
and I know I've had mechanical issues with different drones. To have the thought of a 300-pound mortar up there waiting to come down, or anchor waiting to fall on something, that's pretty scary.
Now, keep in mind,
Picture a bunch of them.
you're 100% right. What happens if this 300-pound drone is already at a top speed of 100 miles an hour and has engine failure?
Right.
Okay, it may slow down to about 90, 95 miles per hour, maybe even 85. But when it hits, it's going to hit hard like a bomb.
No parachute.
No, I didn't see no safety parachutes, deployed parachutes on it.
They
It's-
never show those things on these things. When
Well,
I don't know if they
reading
need
through the
them for their
specs.
missions either.
They have something called the APT-20. The Bell has been flying for several years.
Right.
Both aircraft flew as remotely piloted systems. Their operations was always augmented with autonomous functionality, including the ability for the aircraft to remain stable in its current flight mode. Okay, so if the guy took his hands off the controls, it just hovered there. But this APT-70 is supposed to be point and shoot. You say go from here to there, and it's going to do it. My thing is, they don't say nothing about obstacle avoidance.
It probably has. Because if they're going to be able to use it, it has to. If you remember from the AMA or not the AMA,
Okay, well, under the
the
picture,
symposium,
did
they-
you read
they
under
had
the
to have-
picture of it?
no.
Okay, it says Bell aims beyond visual line of sight test with the APT-70 next year on the road to starting commercial service in the early 2020s. So it's already been approved to fly beyond the line of sight. And in 2020, you should be seeing these zooming across the skies in the United States.
What's the height cap on these?
Who knows? At 100 miles an hour, does it really matter?
I mean, well, Jay, they're going to have to be a couple 100 feet up at least in
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah, yeah. And
So
being
you're
that
talking
it's a
200-300
vertical,
feet in the air doing 100 miles an hour.
right, but being that it's a vertical takeoff device,
Right.
I mean, it could virtually land anywhere. My
Sure.
thing, anywhere that's larger than 6 feet by 9 feet.
It's going to be from hub to hub.
It probably will, but
Right,
I'm
most likely.
just, it's amazing me with what they're coming up with as far as these commercial drones. UPS has their package drone that can carry 3 to 5 pounds. This one can carry 70.
And
So
the
I can
crazy
even
thing
see them
about-
taking a 50-pound piece of metal or a carburetor or a motor part or something, or even a piece of machinery, and flying it now from one point A to point B.
I doubt that it'll get to that, because is it worth it for that?
Yeah, that's probably not worth it.
But something like that, I can still see it being used in the same settings now of what UPS is doing. You know, and if you remember listening to the CEO of UPS, he kept saying about campus settings. So I still think that their main focus is still in the medical industry.
From
And-
hospital to hospital.
And now with something like this, you can even carry larger samples.
Larger payloads, right? To have it land go from rooftop to rooftop,
Talking about
I could see
70,
that. But
carrying
once again,
70 pounds.
like Crawley said, what would be the ceiling? Because if they're going to launch all these drone highways in 2020, they've already approved one from Rome, New York to wherever the hell, okay, a 50-mile corridor. They've already approved it, but no one has given us specifics or specs on the
Well-
altitude of this drone highway. So what are the drone highways going to be? Because everyone's going to be wanting to travel at their own altitude. UPS is going to want to be at one altitude. DHL or the medical is going to want to be at another altitude. Emergency is going to, you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but something of that nature you're talking about from a hub to hub in a campus setting of a hospital or medical, facility. Like we mentioned, we talked about over here on the east side, how that whole strip is nothing but medical hospital and medical schools and stuff like that. You're not supposed to be flying over that anyway.
True. Mana, they're already transporting organs down.
Excuse me.
In what state they're doing it? North Carolina?
North Carolina.
In
the same.
Carolina, they're already using drones to transport blood samples and organs from hospital to hospitals.
And they're not, and those places are not really that far apart, and they're just from hub to hub.
Elliot seems to think they're gonna deliver pharmaceuticals to the hospitals.
Well,
Possibly.
a lot of those models don't weigh much. Maybe you can order a model for a shoot, Elliot.
Yeah, because that one looked like a 90-pounder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it only has a 70-pound.
Oh, they'll make an exception. They'll give her like helium balloons around her arms or something.
Beef up the motors a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to see the specs on it, because being that particular drone by Bell is 6 feet tall and I'm 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
So therefore it would come to like this, just above my eyes.
Exactly.
When I'm standing up.
Now you know how tall those motors are.
And it's 9 feet wide. So I'm guesstimating if the Inspire 2 and 1 have 15-inch props. Imagine what size the props are going to be.
They got to be 24-inch props anyway.
Yeah, probably somewhere around 24.
I'm in agreement with Elliot, because the situation's going to be that Elliot is right, because you got to follow the money, and the money is in the pharmaceuticals and the delivery, and they get, like, let's say they need a dose of something or whatever, and it can get there faster, quicker, and the government or the insurance companies are going to pay for $3,000 or $5,000 for whatever it is.
Yeah, I could see it happening. I could see that happening. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine a ransom? I don't want no police. Send one of those drones full of money. Yep. I see a police car within.
All the police drones are surrounding it.
Right, but I see a police car within miles. I'm shooting the victim. You just send in one of those drones, I'll let them go.
And then what are you going to do with the money?
Hey, I haven't got to that point yet. Let's get the money.
How are you going to get away with 70 pounds of money?
I didn't say me. I thought someone would take the idea.
Especially at the bottom, when it sets it
I'll
down.
I'll certainly help.
It activates a flash bomb when it sets it down.
Right, you open it up, poof, a glitter bomb, a giant glitter bomb.
Yeah, the glitter bomb.
Could you imagine a 70-pound glitter bomb? Would damage? That would look like a small mushroom cloud of glitter.
You're covered with glitter.
It'll probably get on your eyeball.
Man.
Probably get on your eyeballs. You'd be blinded. Isn't glitter little metal shards?
Yes.
Thank you. A lot of people don't realize this, but when these women, I was going to say strippers, these women put glitter.
He was, but he said it anyway.
They're putting metal on themselves. And then they go, oh, I got something in my eye. Well, you think?
Hello, Val.
Hi, Val.
Val's really
Everybody's
quiet today.
everybody's been waiting to congratulate you.
Mhm. I took a nap. I just woke up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so you're still groggy.
She's dreaming. She was
You
dreaming.
hear that, Kim? She was just thinking about you.
That's
You
it.
need more
And
coffee.
Kim is cooking dinner. He's listening in the background.
Yeah.
How do
They
you
thought-
know?
He thought we would throw
He was
that.
in
Oh,
here
yeah, you
earlier.
would know, wouldn't you?
He thinks you're upstairs.
Yeah, I told him I'd be right back downstairs, man.
Exactly, Elliot.
So you got jet lag. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, really bad.
Well, she was running all day yesterday. With airport.
Yeah, I didn't think. I heard that that you may have been delayed because of the snowstorm in the Midwest.
No, there was some actual when we landed in Calgary. There had to have been like 6, 7, 8 inches on the ground. They had to de-ice the plane before they could let us back off. But everything was pretty much on time. It just all kind of went like clockwork.
See, I'm
Except
cool
for-
with planes until I have to start de-icing them.
You like that kind of stuff, I was.
Now, I'm not cool with that de-icing stuff.
I watched
Seriously.
you do it at the airport when I was working at the airport.
Hey, Rhino.
Hi,
Well,
Ryan.
Other than that part of drone news, the only other drone news is
Indigo.
FPV drone news, and I had mentioned a little bit of it earlier. But all of you that are familiar with the Drone Racing League, right?
They're eating
well-
on their tablet. Don't
What
eat on your
happened?
tablet. Put your plates on the table.
Ooh, what?
What
Say,
happened?
hi, everyone. We are eating on tablet.
Eating on
You have
tablet.
plates. Eat on your plate.
Yeah, aren't you supposed
Big
to eat
Matt,
off
what's
of a
good?
plate? What's up, Big Matt? How are you?
Indigo Rhino.
Hey,
how you doing?
Rhino and
Hey.
Roger for
Canadian.
coming in.
What are you guys having for
Roger.
dinner? I'm hungry.
Yeah, what are you guys having for dinner,
I ain't
Roger?
gonna get any of it. They're having it all the way over there.
I'm
Well-
having salmon.
Well, getting back to this
Okay.
getting back to Drone Racing League,
You got time?
they
Uh-huh.
not only are going to come out with an X4 street version, I mentioned that on Herman's stream or my stream, whatever,
Nice.
but they're coming out with the first autonomous drone, racing drone. Now, my concept to this is there goes racing drones because now you don't have to fly. Eventually, they're going to perfect one of these. This is the new Drone Racing League autonomous drone, and according to them, it'll
Still can't
debut
beat-
on October 8th, which was yesterday. And this drone is being flown with AI, artificial intelligence. So basically,
So
it will
basically,
start
it's
the race.
robots.
Huh?
Robots are going to be guiding robots through.
Well,
a
think
race.
about it. It's actually going to be flying itself autonomously. I don't know if this is
How could you call that a drone racing league?
Right.
The drones are racing themselves.
if the drone is racing itself.
It's like,
Yeah.
That's insane.
All right, from what I can see here, they will not let me blow up this window, but they introduce this individual drone. My only problem with it is they're taking the fun out of it.
yeah.
I'm expecting a
Okay.
video to start here at
Yep,
some time.
only-
This-
the only
What
one-
fun is in
The only
it
one
and-
having fun are the drones.
Right. This is supposedly the actual working version. They do have a version that works, and supposedly they have not been able to beat a human yet, but they're getting closer and closer with each race.
Well, they learn. That's how they do it. And the other thing is, can you picture these drones after they win? They all high five each other. Hey, good job. Nice job. Hey, awesome. Very cool.
Well, no, my thing is they have nets around the tracks and everything, but
Mhm.
what AI is very smart because AI learns, like you said, Mr. Crawley. What's to stop one from laying on the ground like it's crippled, and then when somebody comes by and take off, go crazy or something?
Now, what
there's-
happens even worse when one of the drones loses against another drone, an artificial drone?
Right. This is an
snaps
artificial
and goes in
intelligence.
and kills the crowd.
Well, each and every drone, of course, will have its own frequency, but magnetic interference says that would make it a useless sport. And you're 100% right.
Hey
I
guys,
think-
It's completely
I'll be-
useless.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go catch a ship real quick.
Okay.
I'll be
Okay.
Okay, Paul.
All right. Fly safe. Now, my only
All right,
issue is I think they're coming up with these autonomous drones because the FPV world right now is almost at the point where it's surpassing camera drones, and it's a lot more popular. There's a lot more hype. I see 50, 60, 70-year-old men flying racing drones where they used to fly planes and camera drones now. There are entire Facebook groups with nothing but FPV, and most of the FPV guys are young, but there's a society of us older guys that are out there racing drones too. So for them to
It's
come up with
actually
an
a whole
autonomous
group.
drone, I think they're trying to eliminate the human when they want to bring it into sports. The Drone Racing League has made it international, okay, which means the world does acknowledge FPV racing, and there's a big following. A very big following. There is no other sport in the world right now where you can bring your own goggles and follow your actual favorite person and see what he sees and fly along with him. There's no sport out there that does that. So let's see where it goes. To me, honestly, the autonomous racing drones, that's a little much. And believe it or not, what's to stop someone from programming these drones to go after a target? Like they have with the military swarm drones that they drop out of planes.
What does it actually learn from? It learns from your racing.
From what I was following, actually, I have Drone Racing League. Everything that they do, their posts come to me, and from what I understand, they tested one against 8 pilots, and its very first race, it came in 4th. The second race, it came in 3rd. And the 3rd race, it came in 3rd again. So they said, okay, we'll be back. And they tried to tweak it. And they had a couple of weeks later, they had another race with 8 humans, and the racing drone came in 2nd every time.
Okay, but what is the drone learning from?
Your actual flight characteristics and the person that's ahead of it. Because if you're on the tail of someone following them, you could see their line.
Right.
It'll learn that line in 1 second.
I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is, so then if you went to a race with a group of people who were flying the same type of drone, then your drone is only going to fly as good as you fly, or slightly
right.
better.
Exactly.
Not if the goal of the drone is to surpass that other drone.
Well, this racing drone is learning each time it does a lap.
You wouldn't be able to beat him anyway because his drone is only flying as good as he can fly.
Yeah, but you can make it so that it copies the same thing and beats him at the level that they're at, and then goes even farther than that.
Right. What's happening is they say every time there's usually 2 or 3 laps in a drone race. Mm-hmm. They say every time the autonomous drone makes a lap, it makes corrections for the next lap to be even faster. So it's basically setting up, like the professional racing drone guys, they set up for 2 or 3 gates ahead. This bird is setting up for 3 to 5 gates ahead. So it knows if I hit this angle, I can come out at full throttle where everyone else has to kind of brake. It's going to take the fun out of the sport. I'll admit that.
That's just crazy. I don't know.
Well,
that sucks.
Well, let's see what they're going to do with it. They haven't even sold the X4 Street version yet, and I don't think they're going to do too well. I mean, the true FPV guys, they don't want modular. They want to solder and get their hands in there and get dirty. They don't want a Lego part where you screw this off and you plug that in.
Yeah, but see, I think that's where it's going to end up going is, yeah, I get it, guys. I got to kill a bug. That's where I think. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got to kill a bug.
Listen, my wife is waking me up in the middle of the night. Come here. I think something's wrong. Someone's hurt. There's a spider in the tub. Okay, well, he needs to take a bath too. Let him do him, and he'll crawl back up into this hole where he came from. The spiders are good in houses. A lot of people say, kill the spider. Spiders keep all the other bugs away. What are you fighting with it?
Here's what you do. You get a piece of the toilet tissue, scoop him right out of the tub.
Right? Mr. Crawley's got issues.
Was he fighting the bug?
He's probably battling with a small bug. It would have been funny had he came on screen with it biting him on the neck. That would have been funny.
Oh my God.
So
Especially
Val,
if it had knocked
are
him
you
down.
really that tired? You?
I am. I just woke up. I slept for a few hours and I can go back to bed.
It looks like you won, Mr. Crawley, because you're back and the bug isn't.
Why did you see that?
No, we didn't see it.
You know
On
what?
his tablet,
I'm so happy that my drones go real slow.
Wow.
Oh, Kim is on the tablet. Okay, he's on Roger's tablet.
So when we built our quads, I had time to fly mine a couple times, but I lost signal because my Fat Sharks are not good, and I didn't know that until I was actually out there with the FPV. And so Kim didn't get a chance to really fly his either because he was getting it ready, and there's a lot to. Well, you know how much there's to do when you're building, right? There's always a little something that could go wrong.
It's always something.
Always something going wrong.
Always. And so he finally got to fly it today.
Okay.
Well, I would like to say, Val,
he had it on the table early this morning.
If no one else has said this, Val, I can honestly say you impressed me. Not only were we making bets on how long you would be in the air, but nobody hit the time frame that how long you would be in the air.
Who came the closest?
And you did it with a bad set of goggles.
Oh yeah, that was I actually ended up using Katrina's to get it up, not mine, what I built, but to have
what did she lend you?
She lent me goggles and her really thick framed drone. So that's what I brought in the air and flew. And
but did your bird make it in the air?
Yes. My bird made it up in the air. I got it up. I was hovering it. It wasn't high, maybe about my head height. And I flew it out, got about 20 feet out. And all of a sudden I lost connection.
That sounds like a bad module in the goggles. But
probably.
Now it sounds like a bad module. DJI app updated. Did anyone say what the new features or enhancements? Because I didn't see it in the Play Store description. I didn't update. I'm kind of nervous to update anymore. Big Mac, I did not know that there was an update on the app.
Neither did I. I turned that off.
Yeah. We are happy with the firmware that we use.
My tablet just functions as a
right. My drone functions fine. The last time I updated my drone, I couldn't get off the ground in front of my damn house.
I don't know. I don't get an alert for the updates on
2 days ago. Yeah, we turned all that stuff off, brother, because every time they do an update,
I'd have to check it.
It's something to hinder you. I'll check it on my Mavic Pro. But on my professional, I'm happy with that firmware and that particular setup.
Well, it's not a firmware. He says it's an app.
Oh, the app update. Well, sometime next week, I will be getting my new bird from Hadley, his famous FPV.
Which one are you getting?
The same exact one that Curtis has. The same one that Curtis has. This one right here. In fact, Hadley when he builds drones, I was telling people, when he builds drones, he builds them 5 at a time.
Nice.
And Curtis has this one here, and I will be getting another build.
Sweet, dude.
I just need 4 cell. So Val, is that wait, turn that back this way, Val?
Oh.
The nose? Okay. What kind of camera is that?
This one is a Caddx.
Oh wow. Okay, we balling.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
These
nice.
Are
that's
2700 motors, and I got to tell you, they are sweet.
What are they? 2700?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, Val. You're impressing me more and more. You started out saying, I just want something to get in the air, and you got something that could rip pretty fast at about 50, 60 miles an hour.
This thing is really good.
Val had always said that she wanted to just get up in the air, but she wanted something good, not too over the top, but something that was,
Quality.
yeah, quality.
Well, on four cell, that is good. Val, you see how your antenna are in the back like that?
Yep.
You see how they're like that? If you can get them to stay stationary like this in a V, if you can get them to stay stationary in a V, that would improve your reception when turning away from yourself and flying behind yourself. I only learned that from personal experience. If you keep those two antennas too close, you do have blind spots.
These actually go, well, my other antenna goes straight out.
Dylan, why do you take your antenna? Why do you take the antenna off? Oh, to put it in a box.
Yeah, I had to take my camera. I have this camera on.
Okay.
Right.
Val, you see the chat?
Yeah. I know, right?
Val was flying a unique breeze. Look at her now.
Look at
Yes,
these
that's
are
true.
pretty.
She went from a unique breeze back to FP into FPV. And you know
Yeah.
what's messed up, Val? You
What?
probably got more flight time in on that bird than you do on your Phantom drone.
Right? That's true. I can't lie about that. That's true. So I have to go take them all out. So I have to wait because I'm.
Kim says he got about 400 meters and then breakup. That's not bad at all. What receiver are you using? An XM Plus or an RXSR? That would be interesting to know because I'm thinking of switching. I like XM Plus receivers, but I'm thinking of switching to the RXSR receivers because they seem a little more durable.
I have the XM and I can run over a half mile, no problem.
Well, see, I don't know how
I
far.
could try a mile, but I'm nervous. I wouldn't want to lose it.
Bye, Ryan.
Yes, I wouldn't try nothing like that unless I went to Crossfire.
Yeah, see, I have the Unify, the TBS Unify Pro Series.
Hey, Big Smoke, how are you?
And how far is it supposed to be able to get?
That one can get you some serious distance, but I don't know exactly.
The TBS Unify for your VTX.
Yeah, my Pro.
I was told to use TBX Unifies. Those seem to be the best ones. You should be able to get up to 1.5 miles easy.
I was told a mile, but I just was told that.
Justin, where you at?
Victor Ed, hello. And first, what WTF is Zoom? That's what everyone's using right now. That's what everyone's using. You can't use Hangouts anymore.
Yeah, they're using StreamYard, not StreamYard. Or
But that's how everyone is live streaming now. At least anyone that's doing anything of importance. Hangouts is dead on YouTube. You can't do it unless you know how to use OBS or another FME flash media encoder. Zoom seems to be what everyone's using.
I ordered all my parts from my first build.
What happened?
I ordered all my parts for my first build.
What'd you order?
Well, I have an Martin, and I ordered the I don't know. I ordered everything I needed.
What's up, Justin?
Sean, that sounds like me. People are
The
asking,
antenna.
what did you order? I said, I
antennas,
don't know. I just ordered everything.
No, I ordered the antenna. The
What's up?
I had the VTX.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, is there a mini, Mavic Mini coming out?
The Mavic Mini, I posted a picture of the FCC ID. Ostilov took a picture of it. They say he doesn't work for DJI. His sister does, but I'm going to tell you something. For someone who doesn't work for DJI, he sure gets a lot of freaking information. Okay, that comes to be true. With an accuracy rate, a lot of people out there say he's a fake, he's a fraud. Well, he has an accuracy rate of 75 to 80%. If you were playing baseball with those ratings, you'd be a superstar. Seriously. So
Superstar.
I did post that they're right, the FCC, it's under 200. What do you think about the Mavic Mini? You just read that it's under 250 grams. Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Which means you do not have to register it.
Hey, boy.
And I
People
don't know
realize
how
you
true
have
it
to
is, but
register.
it's supposed to have a 3-axis gimbal on that little thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
could
That's what
see
they claim.
2-axis.
It's supposed to be a souped up Mavic Air.
A souped up Mavic Air, but it's smaller than
Or
a
the-
Spark.
The
Yeah.
Spark.
It's the same as a Spark, though.
Yeah.
Can you imagine people
A
just
souped up
pulling
Spark.
that? Huh?
A souped up Spark.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
I meant to say. A souped up Spark. Yeah. With all the Mavic feet, with all the what's it called features though.
What do you want our opinion on, Big Smoke? Yeah, well, with all the features, I know it's 100 Mbps for recording. That's the same
Frames per
speed.
second.
That's the same speed as the Mavic Pro and better. Which means it could take a 64 gig or a 128 gig SD card. But how much can this thing handle?
I want to, you know why? If it comes out and it has all that stuff, see, I do a lot of basketball tournaments on the indoor. That'd be perfect for me.
It would.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Mavic and all them things is too loud. You know, I did a basketball game the other night. That thing is too loud up in there. So I use that. I use the Tello for the most part. It worked.
Okay.
Oh.
Wouldn't want to fly it in any kind of wind. See, I think they're trying to take drones back indoor because this seems to be the perfect indoor flyer.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be smaller than the Spark. The Spark is about this size here. Okay.
Either that or
It's supposed to be about this size.
right. It's either
and
that or it's
foldable.
going to teach you to fly more closer to home.
It makes you keep a line of sight.
Oh yeah, you know, I
If
mean,
you go
if
more
you-
than 50 feet away, you can't
That's
see
why
it.
I say, yeah, it'll be good for me indoor at the gyms.
you know, I mean, if you can jump 100 feet, but I keep you in a box, you're eventually not going to be able to jump 100 feet anymore.
True. And also, it shoots 4K at 30.
Right.
So for something so small to shoot 4K at 30, it may be worth an investment. My only thing is price. The batteries, I don't like the shape of the batteries because if they're using double batteries packed together, they're using a proprietary battery. But the point I'm trying to make is how easy is it to charge these batteries? What is the price market of this drone going to be? I think they said $400. Justin?
Something like
Yeah, something
around the
around
price
that.
of the
Didn't really
Spark.
say much about what the
TCM drones. How's it going, man?
my computer's bugging out right now.
See, this is why people get removed and or kicked from the live stream.
Why?
Herman, look at the chat room.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so I don't, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Who's this person?
I was going to respond, but it's hey TCM drones. I'll stay quiet on that.
The guy has 9 subscribers. I don't know who he is.
Who that?
Okay, let me go check. Who you be?
This
Yeah, this isn't anything.
this is a fake account with the bullshit.
yeah,
Kick them.
yeah.
Somebody kick them and block them, plain and simple. And you knew the bullshit was coming because we didn't let a certain circle
So you
into
want to
those
kick
guys,
them
New York
out?
City.
I don't know how. I think you have to block them, but I just kicked them. I hope I kicked the
I
right
can't.
person.
What's amazing is I'm an admin and I couldn't do shit. All I could do is put them in a timeout or whatever. But
I put him.
that's 2 timeouts.
There you go. Yeah.
So that's 600 minutes or whatever the
Bam.
timeout thing is. I had an idea when him and another individual came in were from a certain circle bullshitting around because I've never seen those YouTube names in any of our live streams, but it's okay. we expected the bullshit to come at some time and point.
Oh, it does.
You
It
said we
does.
told
It's
them.
that kick.
Well,
You know, well, for
twins?
those of you who don't know what happened, a certain individual was admitted to those guys in New York City, and after doing research on his profile, we found out that he hung out with a certain group of individuals that mean people no harm on YouTube and or Facebook, and we don't really want that kind of stuff in our Facebook group. So to keep parties and people apart, we decided not to let in certain individuals, and by it being our group, we have the right to do so.
Pretty much.
You know, and it's for that reason why the admins are the only ones that are allowing people into those guys in New York City.
You know, everybody gets trolls. We all get them. Just have to flick them out, and you can.
Well, see, my deal was I was going to flick them out as instantly. Yeah, trolls, pretty much, Victor Ed.
Mhm.
I instantly wanted to get rid of that remark and just kick them, but I figured I'd let other people read it, and I couldn't do it for some reason.
Why?
He says, "See, he's back now." Herman,
I cannot.
him
I can't be
out.
touched.
What's his name,
Nothing
though?
stop me. Like
Big
come on,
Smoke.
man.
It's someone with a bullshit account.
You gotta be
That-
faster than me if you're gonna kick them, boys.
I can't be touched.
You can't be
I
touched.
So, like,
am
you guys,
actually,
you got nothing else better to do to come in a live stream.
No, because you know what circle that's from. You guys know where that's coming from. Okay,
Yeah.
the same bullshit that Val and Canadian Drone Hub and them were going through, that's where this is coming from. But it doesn't mean anything because you're gonna have to create 1,000 accounts to get in, and 1,000 accounts will get kicked, plain and simple.
True.
The same people.
You know, it
Because
actually
it-
makes the live stream, it makes the live stream more interesting to know that people will come in, and we appreciate it very much because every time you come in, Herman gets a view, a full view. So we don't care. Go out, come in, etc. Would you eliminate the chat, Herman?
What happened?
You eliminated the chat?
No, I think
No.
it's this dude again.
It says chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you.
Yeah, we're back on. It disconnected.
Let me F5.
Yeah, it disconnected me too, but now I just put okay to see when it come back
Yeah,
in.
it's fine. It's fine. I just hit F5 and refreshed the
Well,
page.
and that's why, guys, we always make sure that as much as we want to make everyone blue, we go check them out a little bit and decide, you know, do they
Well,
want to
The
make
only thing that we have different than everybody else on YouTube is usually everybody else makes everybody an admin. Okay. And from personal experience, I found out that that's not good.
Yeah.
What we do is in order to get a blue wrench, you have to be on the panel of those guys.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're not-
I just didn't want to work as hard as you guys. I go check out their channel, but they'll have a couple subs, and I can't get anyone to vouch for him in my chat. Like, hey, anybody know this guy? Then I don't turn him blue.
Yeah, well, see, that's the objective also with those guys in New York City. You can request someone, Val, but we're going to ask you, Val, who is this person? Because we see
Oh yeah,
who requests people. And with the situation yesterday where a certain gentleman was requesting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, whatever number, a group of people that particular circle is,
hey,
we
Yeah.
had to eliminate that right there because
Yeah.
each and every one coming in is like a virus, and viruses spread.
well, and you'll notice that with some viruses and some things. I don't want to
Mark,
say too
hold
much.
on
I don't
a
want to
second.
stir it up, but you just
Mark,
have to be
Hold on a
aware.
second. Someone's knocking.
Yeah, go ahead.
They
Um,
came to his door. Be careful, Herman.
Let me tell you something. You come through Herman's door and don't know what he got. If you want to.
Yeah, I just think that sometimes they'll do a all out, let's find a way to get in here or there, and they just kind of try to.
It's
their
a blitz.
tendrils,
You
they
know
try to
what?
find all
You know
different
what?
ways, that's all.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Val. if individuals from that circle that we're keeping out of those guys, New York City, were to come to our live streams and say, "Hey, what's up, guys," and put on a fake face and or whatever, I would be a little more lenient. But when I go to certain individuals' live streams and I'm typing stuff and nobody there acknowledges me, it's not so much of a problem because I know how this circle is. But I had to see for myself, and the only way to do that was to go to a live stream and sit there and say, "Hey, so and so, hi, so and so," and these same individuals, I see them in other live streams. You understand? I see them in other live streams, and all of a sudden it's, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" So you can speak to me in someone else's live stream, but when you're in a certain circle with a certain group of people, you don't know me.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
That
so
happens.
that's what I call the fake-o-meter. when you almost break the fake, when you can break the fake-o-meter, that's good.
Yeah, I like your channel, Magnetic. I haven't seen you before.
Yes,
But
that's Kurt. That's Kurt from
Okay.
Facebook. He takes some
yeah.
really phenomenal pictures.
Yeah, I just picked him up because I thought that's a good looking channel. So you just have to be aware and go and check out channels and check out everything to find out, is this who you want in your community? And it's a lot of work.
Well, see, my question is, how come nobody could kick him out? Is that something new that Facebook is doing? I mean, that YouTube is doing? Because there was a time a moderator could kick somebody.
You can kick someone out. You can time them out. But a moderator cannot sit there and block them from your channel. We can hide them. So,
Right.
but we cannot block them because that's your job. And it can't be anyone else's.
We haven't, Stuart Dooley, we have not heard of the Argus drone. I'm not familiar with it. I haven't heard anything about it. It's just to the point now where I don't understand why people exert the energy they do to waste the time of others. I'm a person who believes in not wasting my time. My time is precious. So if I tell you I'm going to do something for you, or I'm going to be there for you, I'm going to do it for you or be there for you. And if I can't do it, I'll also be man enough to tell you that I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for people to display such, how would I say, animosities towards each other. Argus drone, he says, is a surveillance drone. I'll take a look and see what I can find on it.
Well,
We'll see. You guys keep talking while I look that up.
I think with stuff like that, with some people, it's more so that people have a problem with loneliness.
Hey, Aerial Landscapes, how you doing, darling?
I see the Argus, world's highest resolution video drone. Argus is a system. Argus is actually, from what I see here, the Argus is, it's an Argus IS. It doesn't say Argus drone, but this is some camera system that I see that's supposed to have the highest resolution. And it's the kind of stuff they put on surveillance drones, like you did mention. I'm looking at the picture at a video now to see where they're going with it.
Hey, William, what's good, man?
What's up, William? How are you? And welcome to Wednesday Nights with those guys. I'm going to have to look into this, Argus. I'm going to have to look into that. Maybe we'll have some drone news about that particular drone.
Mm-hmm.
The mic hiding the word. The word. The guy who made it basically put a bunch of cell phone cameras together. Okay. Well, I did see, I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was a handheld camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that message, Val. Thank you. That had, I think it was 20 something cameras, 20, 30 something cameras of different perspectives on them. I don't think it ever became very popular because it obviously isn't on the market anymore.
the same one.
So as far as an Argus drone, I didn't see anything about a drone. An Argus camera system, I did see. But thanks for pulling that to my attention, Val. That was posted for everyone, Val?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
so
So
they
everyone
could see
did
it.
see that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can identify any moving object it captures. What do we mean by identify?
A real review on this Skydio R2 yet. Hey, you know, I asked that question, magnetic interference. I asked that question of Herman last night because Herman's been talking
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Herman's been talking about the Skydio, and here's my feeling on that. How do you review something you don't have your hands on? And Herman explained it. All you can do is talk about the text and what's on that piece of paper and what that should do. But but we can't do much else about it.
Well, I mean, they had a video. They also put out what's on this thing.
And everyone's just talking about you can't lose it.
What they're supposed to be able to do. So,
hey, Twanley.
You can talk about it from that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, so Stuart Dooley, we're not necessarily going to hear about a government project for surveillance. They usually don't talk to us about that. I mean, I'm not trying to be a smartass, but a little bit of one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if you're a real channel or not. Let me just put that straight out there. But here's the deal. We would not know if they had a new project they were working on for surveillance. They wouldn't normally call me and talk to me about that.
Hey, Lance.
Right with me.
Popped in. It's okay. You can pop in. Stuart, I was smoking a spiff when I flew around. So I just don't know.
It just popped in. Let me go to this guy's I hate to see this. That's another one.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. It's always good to make conversation, but we wouldn't know some of that stuff. So do you work for the government in secret projects?
What's going on? Oh.
No, he was asking a question.
Oh, yes, I did catch that. For those of you on the panel.
Funny you ask. I'm always funny.
This is one of the best features about Zoom.
What?
It's the fact that you can have the intercommunications while the stream is still going. So that makes for funny conversation while we're actually live streaming. My thing is, you're watching Wednesday nights with those guys, and we need, well, no comment. I'm not going to say anything. We're here to do a live stream, and we're here to, whether you want us to be here or not.
Oh, now, Mr. Crowley.
Okay.
Hey,
you
Rory.
guys missed Mr. Crowley fighting with a bug earlier. It almost took him out.
And you got bugs. Bugs get pretty big these days with all the chemicals in the air and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they become immune to it.
Exactly, Justin. In fact, the reason that we are so quiet here is because we're actually having an inter-office conversation while live streaming. So we have to keep the topics going and stuff like that.
Well, did you hear about the wizard?
Yeah, Val.
The drone.
They come out with a new wizard.
Yep, another new wizard.
Really? Yes, this is supposed to be better
than
the modified version. They came out with the 220, then they came out with the 220S, and now they have a third version out that's supposed to be really, really good.
Okay, Mr. Stuart Dooley, I'm just giving you time out to think about what you're saying here about mental health and dismantling things. because I just want to make sure you're giving it some thought. I'm sorry. Can I do that? You can undo it.
We can do whatever we want because it's.
I'm just giving him time to think about that. Only because the mental health field, I don't think it's funny to tease about a serious subject, and I'm pretty sure that you have nothing to do with that. So just letting you know, don't come in here and try to fool these guys. They're not these guys, they're those guys, and they're smarter than that. There you go.
I know. I caught that too. I did catch that too.
This is
Justin.
why people just have trouble with me. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you know what the
Always causing trouble.
you know what the deal is? We're gonna experience this, guys, only because we're not letting certain members into those guys' New York City. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't take very likely or nice to bullies or people being bullied and stuff like that. So I try to stay quiet on certain topics, but I am that dude that will punch a bully in the fucking face.
You know what? I kind of got that. I thought, let's see, if I wanted to get a guy in the panel mad, who would it be? Not Lawrence. I don't think I'd want to upset Ray.
Go ahead, piss me off, Val.
Mr. Crowley has that ninja bunny, so I got to be careful with him.
No one messes with the bunny.
Put it this way: there's some people that they can mess with, but there's some people that you can't. And
Exactly.
you happen to be
Exactly.
the people that you don't want to mess with.
It's
Let me
hard to.
just- Yeah, I
Hey,
tried
you know
to
what,
jump on
Vanessa?
Centroid's back and choke him while we were in Canada. And you know what I realized at my age? I can't jump anymore. I got my hands around his neck, but I couldn't get up. I used to be
saw
able to
you.
do a whole jump.
I saw you
Yeah,
jump
you just
at
gotta
him.
put more work into it.
I saw you jump, Val, and take your drone from him like a mama taking her baby from a stranger.
I can do that, but I think I would like Roxy. I got maybe 2 inches off the ground. And I thought, well, this will never do. Because I used to be able to take a running start and just hop on something. Now it's just not going to happen.
See, the thing
I
is
just-
to tell Centroid to come here, help me get in his chair, and you climb up on the chair, and then you jump on him.
And then I say, well, that's what I had to do at work one time. Kid came in really drugged out, walking back and forth, starting to tell me what he was going to do to everybody in the office. So I crawled up on my desk. I told him, please come a little closer. I said, now can you turn just a quarter? And he goes, what are you doing? I said, well, I don't know this move very good, but I'm pretty sure if I jump off this desk on you and twist your arm, I might not break it, but I need just stand still. The kid turned around and goes, I think you're crazy, and ran out of the office. I was like,
That was
then I
you?
had to get help to get off the desk.
That was you,
He
Bill?
helped me to get down.
Hey, but it worked though, right?
That's
Yeah,
what you're
it
doing,
worked.
Val.
It worked though.
And it would've worked
Don't
if
give
you
us your
jumped
little
off the
secret
desk, too.
your secret tricks to dealing with juveniles while at work. The
Well, I
less
don't have
I
to do it anymore. That's the only reason I
Val, the less I know, the better.
Hey, you know what?
Mm-mm.
You getting yourself you get your new drone coming. I think you guys need to take a ride to Massachusetts.
What's happening?
You guys, I think you need to take a ride to Massachusetts. Bring down your racing drones.
Well, see, we would have a problem with me going to Massachusetts because 9 out of 10 of my hats have New York on them or the New York Yankee logo. And you know how Boston is with
Yeah, but I'll
teams.
bring you to safe areas. I won't bring you to
You'll
Boston.
bring us to a safe zone.
Yeah,
Take us to a safe zone.
yuppie zone.
Yeah, but the thing is how we get home from the safe zone.
Oh, you'll be fine as long as you just take your hats off in the car.
See, magnetic interference says take out the knees.
Yeah.
It's
go
true.
for the knees.
It's
Those are
true.
guys in a broken nose.
No, I honestly would not got up on the desk, but the 2 people I was working with stood on either side of my desk. So
Mhm.
there was no way for me to get away from what was going on or trying to move it outside. I was stuck behind that desk. He kept coming. I thought, okay, you're gonna do this. Hold on, I just gotta climb up on my desk. Give me a second, because it was only about 5 years ago.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Crawled up on the desk. Yeah,
5 years ago.
or maybe 6 when I had to do that.
There goes Herman.
But up where I worked, there was no gangs. I don't know where he got that from. He started doing all this
The fact
And
that he stood
crap and
there
stuff.
and wanted to turn around he had to be high. Because I see someone standing on the desk telling me to turn around. You're not jumping on my damn back.
Well, that's what I think. He just kept looking, and go, "What are you doing?" I said, I have to do this, and I've been trying to practice, but I'm not very good at it yet." So
Val's been
No.
practicing. So
Disarm you.
Val, let me find out you be practicing chokeholds on the dog at night.
Ah,
Just in
to be
case.
faked out. Yeah.
Well, Big Matt, the reason you may not know what's going on, why we're getting hit with trolls, those guys, New York City has been, and I mentioned it earlier, was we are picking up people selectively because of trolls and drone police and everything.
Right.
And okay, Twan, thanks for checking out the live stream. And
All right, Twan.
we also knew that by not letting them in, those guys, New York
Let it
City,
work, Twan.
that they would be coming to those guys' live streams and doing stuff. We're well prepared for it. It's kind of hard to shake someone when they know what's coming. You understand?
Right.
You know, so once you see something coming or you know something's coming, you deal with it accordingly.
Right. Right.
You
right,
know,
right.
like you see two guys standing there arguing, yo, man, I'm gonna kick your butt. Yo, man, I'm gonna kick your butt. They don't want to fight because they're busy talking.
Oh my God.
They're busy talking. And and that's what it is.
Stuart, I'm just going to put you in timeout because I think we've had enough for whatever was going on.
Yeah.
And since I've never seen you before, this show isn't that meaningful to you
It's
yet.
a bogus account, Val, just
giving you
like
some
Victor
time to
was
consider.
and Smoke was. So now
Yeah.
that we know we're on to those three accounts, go to your other accounts and bring those in so we can time them out too. We can do this all day.
Yeah, yeah.
We have the power. Pretty much.
You know, and really, in a way, you know, you're kind of there when I know one night, even with the Canadian Drone Hub, with my channel, with other channels, we've had to really start
What's up, Brendan?
kicking people out quickly, and that's just what's happening to yours. And they'll try to say,
Look.
no, I'm just saying no and wheedle around it, but no, we were born at night, but not last night. Thank you very much.
Exactly. It's easy to block them also. I don't
How?
know.
Canadian.
I
Talk
don't know
about it.
how I don't know how to block them, and I'm pretty sure the only one that can do it is Herman.
Oh, Hermit. Oh,
Matt
God.
Matt reported them. So if you have 13 accounts, come on, sign into the next one so we can get rid of that one too. And then another one.
I just reported it.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can do is either time him out or report it.
You can also block him. If you hit on those three, it should say block.
And there we go. I got it.
I'm not a troll.
You're not a troll, Mr. Crowley? I'm not sure.
Hey,
Rory,
Well,
ninja attack. Attack.
Well, according to my daughter, sometimes I can been called things, but never a troll.
Troll.
What are you working on, Justin? What is that?
Oh no.
Hold it up. Is that the frame you got in the quad box?
is that an FPV frame?
Oh, nice.
That's a stretched X, isn't it?
No, it's actually a mini one compared to the regular size one.
No, but it's still called the Stretch X. It's the frame itself.
No, the frame looks like they call it a stretch X.
Because this is
Even the mini
regular.
ones.
It's smaller.
Okay.
That's a regular. That's a smaller size. This is still a 5-inch. This is a 5-inch too. It's just
Right.
smaller.
Right, but what are you gonna put on that?
I don't know yet. Because I was speaking to Hadley and I have all this extra stuff
I
that I'm
got
just gonna
timed
load
out.
up in frames and I might just send it to him to make some magic. But I got Gino. Gino's supposed to look to see if he got some 4S motors for me.
Why y'all mean? Nobody's mean, brother. It's just that it's harassment night. And for all of those fake accounts that are coming in from nowhere, considering this live stream has been going on for how many months now, Herman? We just
long
find
time.
it strange.
Phew.
A long time.
We find it strange that certain accounts are coming in with no content or with 9 subscribers. I used to do internet security. And I can tell you right now, the accounts that have been coming in tonight, other than the people we're used to seeing, are all fake accounts. Okay. So that's why
And
we're being so
here's
mean
the
to
edge.
Smoke and
Yeah.
to the other guy that was there, etc.
And here's the edge we walk on, right? Sometimes people don't have content. They just want to come in and chat, right? Just want to come in and say, you know, be part of that. And it's okay, but you got to follow the rules. You can't, you know, if you want to laugh at someone talking about KKK stuff, you know, maybe you're not right for this stream or my stream
What?
or any of the streams I visit. You know, maybe you just not
Or
right
if
for
you
it.
like
It's
banjo
okay.
music.
Yeah.
We,
Well, particular
now
banjo
we're talking.
music.
Now we're talking. Ooh, we
Ooh,
got our
Yeah,
first thumbs
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We
don't be
can't
telling
say it. We
Mr.
can't.
Crowley he has pretty lips.
We can't say it any nicer than that.
You squeal like a pig.
Just
So
for
funny. The first
document
thing
that-
John DiNardo said when he got out of the car, we talked to him about going on the border. He goes, there was no EE. Let's get straight across.
Thank you for the thumbs out. It still counts towards the goal. So,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
whether you
Aw.
can put 1,000 thumbs out, it's still gonna be good. So
Thumbs down
up.
creates controversy.
Mhm.
It is not the first and it won't be the last. Okay, so
No.
if you
And
do like
sometimes
you
you'll
do,
get botted
if you
into
do
that.
like you do on Val's show one time and put 12 thumbs down, it means nothing. It takes one view to come in and put that thumbs down. So
Yep.
who's really gaining from that?
Yep. And I'm okay. Yeah, I think we just have to look at how we process all this. I'm one of them. I really don't have much content. I'm kind of sort of new in this whole world, but I
Yeah,
have
but Brendan
no
O'Connor,
bad
we
intentions.
know you. I know you personally from Facebook.
yeah,
You
These
like
other
to
bogus
read it.
accounts that are coming in here,
Indigo is real.
right?
Indigo, what's up, brother?
Ryan, you're exactly right. That's why they are spotted. You know, the one thing I noticed about trolls,
Exactly.
they'll come in and they
Agreed.
go, "Hi, how's everyone doing?" And if they're patient, they'll slowly work until they can say something truly inappropriate and kind of shock everyone. Everyone's going, "What?" Some of them just come in and say it right off the bat. But we know all those tricks. We've been here a while. We know them.
It's actually quite entertaining and helps pass the time.
Yeah,
Well,
and I am
just need
really
something to
good
do
at whack
because-
control.
That's just
Whack
what they
control.
do, Val.
Back control, that's awesome.
You know what?
good show.
We since we're playing Whack a Troll, we should have a contest one night and see who whacks the most trolls.
I always win.
I know,
those
but Val,
contests.
you're freaking quick though, because
I
while I'm
am.
reading it, it goes. It's true, Matt. Fake people and fake accounts, fake anything exposes itself.
Well, I mean, I just don't know how you take the time out to create so many accounts just to do that. I mean, is that what your life amounts to?
It is.
It
is.
It is.
a
You
lot
know
of
why?
Oh, that's crazy. You know, that's actually a sickness.
It's a sad thing, right? It's a disturbed thing.
Listen,
Well,
if you
and
want to
if they
sit
can
there,
get traction, that's when they're happy. Like all that outrage stuff they talk
well,
about.
you know what it is? It's internet
They can have-
schizophrenia. Because it's just like someone having multiple personalities in the real
you
world.
can.
It's internet schizophrenia. You have multiple personalities over the internet. You get kicked out of one live stream, you come back in as someone else. You get kicked out of there, you come back as someone else. I mean, go take a pill, something. I don't know. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard to amuse me or well, I can't say as of lately it's hard to get me riled up because I just feel at the age 54, I shouldn't have to put up with anyone's
Right.
bullshit that I
I
know is bullshitting me. Plain and simple.
I have an idea, Matt.
I'm also the kind of person that is not going to let you stand there and go, yo, man, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm tired. I'm going to punch you in your fucking throat. And when you're gasping for air, I'm going to keep coming. That's what you do. That's how you fight. You don't stand there, I'm going to kick your ass, man, and walk around and draw a big crowd.
I
Let's
got
get it
there.
in
I
and get
saw a channel like that one time. They were just telling someone they were going to go after him. They're going to bring all their YouTube family. And I'm just watching this thing going, why would you even? It was the oddest thing in the world. But I was laughing when I was, because I didn't realize what was happening.
And I'm going to tell you something, Val, and I found this out, and what I'm about to tell you actually did happen, but I found out over the internet, people have very big balls.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when you run into a person face to face, you see how much of a punk they really are. Because there was a particular troll on Xbox where I played, right? And this guy was harassing someone. Now, unbeknownst to him, I was talking with someone that was also angry with him. And he kept saying, oh man, you're a piece of shit and this and that. Well, the person that was angry with him saw what was happening and they gave me this person's address. So you know what I did? I went to Google Maps and I put in his address. And when the next time we got back online and he started talking shit, I said, dude, you need to shut the hell up because for one, I'll come to your house where you live and punch you, ring your bell and punch you square in your face. He goes, oh man, you can't touch me. You don't know where I live. I didn't put his address on blast, but I did say, if I don't know where you live, how do I know you have a dead tree on the right side of your house? And he disappeared. And he disappeared. And I never saw or heard from him again. I don't know if he created another Xbox name or whatever, but that's how you deal with bullies. When people know you know where they live,
he realized that the shit that he was doing, he's going to put his family involved with it. So now,
exactly. Because I described his house to him. I went down a street view. I said, "Your little dirty ass white house with the dead tree on the right side of it, I will punch you in your face." And he was shook.
Yep.
Hey Matt, you at work, Matt?
You would be shook.
Exactly. See, Matt says he would have knocked on the door. So when you open the door and you open the door like this and you're looking into someone's chest and you don't see their head, that makes a difference too. But
Well, I just think we've all been allowed to have really bad behavior. And it's like a guy on the plane pushed me. And I sat there and I go, excuse me, you sad little man. What did you just do? And then someone came up and they started cursing with him. He was just not right in the head is what I think. And then they just all went after him. And I thought, what happened when they throw people off the plane? I need to.
They died.
He got out doing the same thing.
Val, I'm going to tell you something. Crazy people know who to mess with. I'm walking to the store today and this guy was yelling in the street, I should punch you in your face, just walking down the street. And as I walked past him, he got quiet. And then when I got past him, he started yelling, oh, I should punch you in your face. I should punch you. He's telling people this, and people are actually crossing the street. People know who to mess with and not who to mess with.
I was going to ask you to come on, but you're at work.
Yeah,
Matt, we got to get you that. We got to get you that blue wrench, Matt.
Yeah.
But since you're working, you can't work and get a blue wrench at the same time.
Lawrence, that's like that girl we were in Atlantic City.
The one with low self-esteem?
No. Well, she probably did, but she was threatening to beat people up on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
If anybody walked behind her.
Oh, yeah. And me and Herman. There's a bunch of
Lawrence walked behind her and looked at her and her friends like, which one?
Yeah, they were at first. Herman and I were walking around. We were looking for dinner, going to get dinner, and they were like all over the sidewalk, so you could do nothing but walk between them.
Yeah.
So Herman goes, he walks past her around her back, and she goes, "Oh yeah," and nobody better walk behind me again. I'll knock somebody the F out, and I walk right behind her, right past her, and she's going, "Yeah." She was just popping all this crazy junk.
Yeah, the next person, amen. Yeah,
the next person.
Let them be a little smaller than me, right? The next small person who walks behind me,
The next
You're
person
getting
that's
it.
really small and skinny and weak and
I
feeble.
didn't mean you. I meant the next person.
I meant the
Next
next
person, not you.
person, right? Because she obviously said it
You
talking to Herman, and then because I was walking behind Herman in a straight line, when she said it, I walked past her. So it's like, oh, she said the next person walked behind her, she's going to knock out. Well, Herman and I kept walking.
Not you. The next person. Somebody I know.
You just have to deal with people on their own level.
I
There's-
think so.
I have an uncle that said, and I'm sure you guys have heard this. He says, "You may be crazy, but I know Courageous." So you can imagine what
Like
Courageous
James
is.
Brown said that.
Huh?
James Brown said that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know
Magnetic.
karate,
I
but I
see.
know Courageous. Yes,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. That's where the person got it from, too.
Yeah, James Brown.
Hey,
Oh,
Magnetic Interference, thank you for stopping in, man. We appreciate it much.
Thanks for stopping by and
Unfortunately,
hanging out.
Yeah.
we knew we
Right.
are diversing from the subject of a drone channel, but
Yeah.
with trolls coming in and attacking us, I'm gonna let you guys know we were already prepared for it.
Hey Justin, what you working on over there?
Well, look at the mess. I got. Look at it. This is my top of my desk.
Okay.
Oh, you think that's something? You think you're showing somebody
Oh,
something?
I got everything. I got a box full of tools, everything, parts. quit.
Okay. He's showing the top of his desk, right? All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, whose desk got more junk on it? More parts.
Oh my
FPV
God.
parts, screws, radios. I could have an aux sale here. SD cards, a sectional map, props. I can just go, but I know where everything is.
Meticulously.
Can't say the same for that.
Mr. Crowley, how is your
Meticulously
desk
clean.
so clean?
That's a phone. That's
Mhm.
my drink, my beverage for the evening. My vape.
Did I show you what
Wow.
Clean
Wow,
over there.
Crawley's
And that's
Carpenter
got the
Rick
worst
sent
desk.
me?
Val, where did that come from?
Carpenter Rick sent me this. He started
Nice.
trying to send it
It's
a
nice.
couple months
too, right?
ago.
Oh, I
He said he
love
wanted
that.
me to
Like
be
a
able to have
135, right?
some stick time. It's the flying egg. And because he sent it with two little teeny batteries, they didn't send the package.
Let me see the batteries. You have the
Uh,
batteries there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
I gotta go into
I
my
heard those
20-foot
eggs
bag.
are great flyers.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really great, but then they didn't send it. They finally he went there. They had destroyed the batteries,
Mhm.
so he's going to send it. Oh, and you should see how pretty this sounds. Hold on, this is the battery. It's just a little one.
What's your S?
I love
Well,
the sound of this. Hold on.
I got something to open too, Val. There's a skin for my Mavic 2, my Mavic Pro.
Hey,
Yeah,
How does
Justin, you got this. Justin had this skin.
Yeah.
that on the Phantom,
Yeah.
right?
Right. He had the skin
Phantom.
on his Phantom. This is for my Mavic Pro. This skin here. They said it was going to come Saturday. And I
Mhm.
look in the mail and this really pissed me off. I'm glad Decal Girl puts her stuff in plastic. Okay.
Oh, they
She
threw
wraps
it
her
out
stuff
in the
plastic
rain?
because this envelope is still wet and it's been in my house for over an
Oh my
hour.
God.
They just stuck it in the mailbox and left it sticking up like that. So of course it's raining in New
Yeah,
York
Ryan.
at a mild downpour. Fortunately, like I said, Decal Girl put them inside the freaking plastic and they're vinyl. They're not affected.
Yeah, with this one, they actually finally sent it here. It got here. It was supposed to get here the day I was getting on the plane to go to Canada. So I
Okay.
said, "Hey, why don't you guys just hold it? I'll come grab it on the way." Then they said, "No, we can't until the 1st of October."
Hey,
I
Al.
was like, "Okay, there we go. I can't
Oh,
get it.
yes.
Just send it to my house." And then they turned around and they go, "Oh, you have to pick it up in 5 days or we're sending it back." And I was like, "But I'm not going to
You
be
know,
home."
I think that's so bull. You know why? Because in my neighborhood, you
Yeah,
will
man.
have a notice on your door that says a package was attempted to be delivered. And if you look at the surveillance tapes, you'd see UPS trucks driving back and forth up and down the block, and not one person came in the damn gate, except for this UPS guy with the sticker to say that he tried to make a delivery and no box in his hand.
If he went that far, he could have just made a delivery.
You know what? People are ass backwards sometimes, and you know this.
Yeah, Brendan,
know.
I just love this little egg. I can't wait to go out and fly it. I have to figure out, I'm not sure how to bind these, but I see a button on the on it.
If you see hold it to the screen. If you see that silver antenna should be your VTX. If you trace that wire back, you should find some kind of receiver, if I'm correct.
Yeah, there looks like, if you can see it, I don't know, but there looks
Hold on,
like
let me pin your video so I can see it a little better. Yes, that's it right there. That little square, that little gold square, that's your bind button.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
it right
what
there.
I was thinking. I was thinking, well, I can hit that.
Yeah, just don't do it like no one told me, but just don't do it with metal.
Because of pen.
My first receiver I tried to bind, and the button was so small. I was using the end of what the hell is these? What the hell are those things?
Like a
the
little
hex
paper
keys.
clip or something?
No, the hex keys. I took the smallest one and I hit it and it slipped off, and all you heard was and that was it.
Nice.
That's why you use a wooden toothpick. You flatten it and round it off just a little bit, and use a wooden toothpick to do
Well,
it.
that's what I've actually gotten pretty good. I take these toothpicks here and I snip off the end of it. You snip the end off and use it.
Yeah, this was sent to me by Carpenter Rick, and then Red Dog sent me a little frame for a little Frankendrone, and so I'm gonna start working on that when I can. I really like building. I was surprised at how much I like it.
I think you should get rid of that.
Yeah, agreed.
I'll
Agreed.
take it.
Don't you be sending your ninja bunny after me.
No, he's saying he thinks you should get rid of it and send it to him because that's the style he likes to fly.
Then I can learn how to fly.
So the only thing I'm working on now, and I think Rad Girl's going to send me a pair of box goggles that he has that she's not using because
No,
the
you can do me a
goggles
favor.
don't work. Huh?
You can do me, you know Rad Girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a couple females to send me their signature on props. I'm collecting props. I get a few people that are famous in the FPV area that are sending me signatures with their names on props.
Yeah.
And I've got some people that are doing that, and I'm making a collection of it.
Oh, that's nice.
So
That's
I'm
cool.
going to try to put it up on a board behind me at some point when I'm able to like pull out and have it behind me show. It'll be all the props from different people within the FPV.
Because I have one from Indigo with his name. So yeah, I can ask Rad Girl, maybe catch you later, little Stellar Fox.
Are you going live, Val?
Yeah, catch you later. I
11
sent an
o'clock.
email too.
At 11.
Oh, 11 o'clock. I'll be dead. I got to go.
Yeah,
get
you'll
up in
be,
the morning.
you'll be out. Yeah, Kim took over my show. I got a hold of him yesterday and said, I'm just going to be on a plane the whole time, so I can't do it if you'll do it for me. So he did.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you, they ripped him a new one this morning
Yeah, they did.
on Roger's show. They had fun with him.
No, not they.
Well, Paul.
Paul.
Yeah, that's true.
Paul.
Paul was
Paul
going
loves
in.
doing that.
He even made himself an ordained minister. And
He
made a
actually
collar.
is one.
Huh?
He's done funerals. He's done all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Paul
he-
is one.
He did the correspondence course on the computer and got everything done. You could do it too, Lawrence, if you want to.
No, that's
I think
okay.
what was it, James Madison or one of those schools has it on the computer. You can do it.
92, 95.
Take all the classes and everything.
That's
You
okay.
get it. And then when
That's
you
all
come
right.
in, everybody can be like, "Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge."
Here comes,
Oh,
the,
God.
here comes the judge.
Well, all I know is we had an interesting night and
Yeah.
we knew it was coming. So it'll die down for a while and then it'll pick back up. We know what to expect already. In fact, to be honest, Val, we were surprised it hadn't come earlier.
Yeah, I was surprised too, but I think people are a little more weary.
Well, no,
it's
now because of the Facebook group, because Trevor
Yep.
Schiller, who was in the group, he was inviting in all of his friends, and right there a red flag went up. because all of these friends are associated with certain circles here on YouTube. So that needed to be nipped in the butt right there, right in the beginning, before anything happened. We even had our first admin meeting last night. You know, that's the reason why the rules went up in the group and stuff like that. So all I can say is it was a matter of time.
Well, thanks for not kicking me out. I appreciate it.
No, Crawley, listen, you I said he probably didn't read the rules, and that's we're not kicking you out. We're not doing what other people did to Justin. We don't do it like that. We will actually have a vote. We will actually have a vote with the Magnificent Seven, because that's what we call ourselves. And that's how everything will be voted on. I mean, maybe.
Wait a minute, am I one of the sevens?
Yeah, you're the Magnificent
we didn't,
7
we
plus
didn't make
1.
the grade, Mr. Crowley.
Magnificent 7 plus 1.
What the frig is this shit? I mean,
I know, that's all I'm saying.
What is this? Really? I want to be part of the 7.
No, they had a secret vote and voted
you're out of here.
themselves.
To be the Magnificent
If
Seven.
you want to be the
I'll
8,
be of us
I
six.
change it to the Hateful 8 now.
Right. We
Hateful
can make it, if we bring you in, you'll be part, we'll have to make it the Hateful 8. That's a good one, Ray. Which, by the way, was a great freaking movie.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
Dude, that movie was really, really good. I must
I
admit.
enjoyed that movie.
At first, I was like, what the hell am I watching? But then I couldn't turn away.
I was the same way, and then like 20 minutes into it, I'm like, I can't stop this. I love this. Is just a good flick.
Right. And I don't usually shush my wife, but she would say something. Shh.
Yeah, that's some bad
She's
stuff.
looking at me in awe because
wife.
Huh?
Yeah, that's when you do this. I don't shush it, just go like this.
She would flatten you like a little pancake, Mr. Crowley.
Hey, hon, make me something to drink now. Oh, I forgot
Watch
she's
his-
in here.
Watch his hat get knocked off with a
I
shoe
forgot she just
Yeah,
left.
right?
She just left a few minutes ago.
with
Yeah.
her coat on.
You didn't see when she left.
Yeah.
I thought she was. Still
I did,
here.
because I heard her say something like, "There's a damn spider in my tub. You better get your butt over and get that spider."
Rhino
And
says,
Crowley
"Sean."
jumps up. Where? I'll do it. I'll do it. I didn't
Rhino
say
says
she did.
Sean flexing the pimp hand.
Yes, honey, I'll get the bug right now. No, it's because I'm the man.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why, Val.
That's why that spider almost
Yeah.
got the best of you, huh?
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
legs and everything. It was all creepy.
You didn't see Crawley going back and forth across the screen with a tissue in his hand?
And I hit the tissue and it fell down. It was coming out.
That's my mom.
Don't feel bad, Mr. Crawley. My wife wakes me up to kill bugs in the middle of and it's usually when I'm sleeping my best. She'll wake me up and say, "You need to go kill that bug."
No. How about this? My wife takes it to the next level. She calls me in the middle of the night, like 8 o'clock one time. And I said, "What's up?" She's like, "There's a spider in my car." I was like, "Okay, where are you?" She's like, "I'm on a sidewalk. The car's in the middle of the street with the door open." I'm like, "What?" I rush over there. The car's in the middle of the street, doors open. I'm like, "Oh my God."
We're driving one day and we're going down the road and I'm kicking back in the passenger seat. And all of a sudden my wife screams this ungodly scream. And all I see is children. So now I'm thinking she ran over a child. She gets out of the car and runs. And I'm like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And then she goes, "There's a spider." And there's a spider hanging down over the steering wheel. I'm like, "Oh my God, I thought she ran over a kid." You know what I mean? I'm like looking for witnesses.
Hey, Jeff Freestyle. How
Hey,
you
Jeff
doing?
Freestyle, how are you, buddy? You're welcome. See,
Yeah,
Justin.
the spider comes in my car. I just take my hand, bam.
See,
Don't
that's
you
what I
come
need,
in my
Justin.
car.
I need that particular
I do not like them.
device you have right there to practice
helping
soldering
hand?
on.
Why?
Really? Is that what you need?
$8 at Micro Center, I think. $8.
Yeah, because I can't see anything. I cannot read a restaurant menu, but I could tell you if it's a golf ball, a feather in the ground 100 yards away.
Dude, hold on. I got to show you the tool for you.
Okay.
I think I know what he's gonna show.
I'm almost scared to see what he's going to come back with. Thanks for coming in, Jeff Freestyle.
Mad scientist thing.
We appreciate it very much for all of you coming
Yes,
in
thanks for stopping in.
and clicking And yes, Val made it home.
And,
They let her back into the country. Can you believe that?
I'm
Yeah.
looking at all this fancy equipment people use.
Orange.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
right
that.
there.
Going back someday.
Probably that's what
Oh.
I'm gonna go get. I got one of those too.
Listen,
Lawrence.
that's what I need.
CCM,
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That's right there.
and it's
What's
got
the
the
name of
bionic
that? I
eye,
need-
Lawrence.
Wow.
And it's got the extra lens inside here.
Uh-oh,
Makes
look
it
out.
even bigger.
Oh, get out of here. You got the pro
Sideboard.
joint.
The best thing you want right there, bro.
Oh, yeah,
This is what I
real
need.
top.
No, seriously, it's because I can't, it's not bright enough. And I need glasses to read a menu.
No,
So
you
if
need
I had
this.
something that magnifies, like when I put, see, you see my phone right here?
Mhm.
Yes,
When I'm
it's
looking
really
at
big
it,
now.
every now and then
Ooh.
things go into focus and come out. But when I put my glasses on, this phone turns into a tablet.
But you could even go into jewelry making with that thing.
You can. This thing's awesome.
Well, I'm going to say Centroid brought
$4.95.
something that was a microfine glass on this whole big thing that just sits on the ground. So I put my reading glasses on, put that over. Just I didn't use helping hands. I just straight to the board. But
Okay.
yeah, I
Hey,
needed extra.
Crawley, you got to send me a link on Facebook Messenger, man.
You know where it is? It's in the do you guys have Job Lots there?
Job
What?
lots, yeah.
It's in Job Lot for $5.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
That's where I got mine. And they have them like every couple of weeks because I went there for like 2 weeks looking for it. And I couldn't get one like this. This is what I was looking for. And they have like they have the little one with the one eye thing. That's not what I
Right.
want. This one comes with 2 lights and it comes with the batteries.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's
For
You know
$5.
what? With that, I may attempt building again
oh,
because it's basically that I sent my long distance drone to Justin because right there, you see how he's tinning the power lines
yeah.
and putting them on. I can do that, but the smaller plugs, the smaller plugs on there, man, forget about it. I can't see that.
The other thing you can do is you can buy the pads they're training pads to solder.
I thought about that, but I'm like, look, if I'm going to be soldering, I might as well be doing a real thing.
Yeah, but you can buy a couple of pads just to try it out. Make sure you're comfortable with it.
Well, once I get those daggone glasses, and there's a job lot out here where I live.
If they don't have them there, let me know and I'll pick these up and I'll send them to you.
That I will let you know Friday because tomorrow I work all day.
Because
I
I'm going to
won't be
get
home
another
till
pair.
about 4 or
So
5.
is it
But
the
Friday,
whole thing, Mr. Crowley? That
Yeah,
you
it has
Yes.
a loop in the back to
I thought
tighten
they
up
had them at
on.
Micro Center too.
They might.
yeah, they
And
had
where's
them at
this
Micro
place?
Center, but
What is
Micro
this
Center they're
called?
not $5.
Job, J-O-B, lot, L-O-T.
Yes, job lot.
Yeah,
we don't have one of those
Harbor
here.
Freight
Oh,
has
the
them
East
too.
Coast.
You
What
said you
happened?
have a pair too, Ray?
I have 2 pair. Yeah, because I do fire and burglar alarms, so I always use those. You know.
Okay, you know what?
Wow.
Yo,
I
I
would-
got mine from what's that that cheap store? What they call it?
National Liquidators?
No, the other one. Yeah, I can't think of the name right now, but they got cheap tools and everything in there.
The one with tools.
You know what? I'm gonna go check that out
Name right
on
now.
Friday. I definitely need to get a pair because that's the only thing preventing me from really doing builds.
Yeah, Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
Harbor
Yeah, I couldn't
Freight.
get
We
that out
have
of my
them?
head. Harbor
they have
Freight.
Okay, we
Mhm.
have one of those. I'm gonna go look for a pair
They have
because
them.
that would make it a little bit easier on me.
But also,
It is
I need
Such
that
a
alligator
good fashion
clip.
statement.
That alligator clip that he has, that Justin has right there,
Yeah.
that holds the actual board and pieces for you.
You know what? I have one of those. Helping hands are what they call.
Yes, yes.
I did not use it. I didn't
No?
even bother with it. It just wasn't.
You just laid it on the table and
I
well,
did.
the problem I
only,
have with that is I have to use my pinky to hold it, this hand to hold the solder, my pinky to hold it,
You
And
get tweezers.
then I hold the soldering gun like this.
This is
Yeah.
like this is the one with the alligator clips.
Yeah, I
don't
didn't
like
bother
this
with
one.
that. I
Yeah,
had
helping
that.
hand. That's exactly what and that one even has a soldering gun holder.
And then it has a little
Mm.
sponge on here. And this is just a glass dish that I got on my wife's and put.
And that's Charboy, right? You can get
yeah.
that in the supermarket for like $2.
Yep, and that's exactly what I did with that. But this, I don't like this as much. I like the other one that has like the rubber arms, but they want $50 for it.
See, Jeff Freestyle says, I can't see the dang remote for the TV without glasses. I can see it, but
that's why you need these.
Well, see, my issue is because I have respiratory problem. I take Symbicort. One of the side effects to Symbicort is blurry vision.
Wow.
Yeah, I smoke crack.
And now on the days that I do not take Symbicort, I could probably solder a wire to your butt without you feeling it. But when shit is blurry, I can't. I just can't.
What kind of doctor are you?
I don't know about that.
I don't like to hear this.
Not a very good one.
Apparently not a good one if I need glasses to see small things. Brendan O'Connor says a solder paste. Justin, is that your build?
I'm just putting stuff together.
Well, I need a project to work on over the summer. Also, Hadley did say on Monday he's shipping out my drone.
You got time then, Lawrence.
What happened?
If you're gonna do it in the summer, you got time.
Well, if I learn how to solder really well over the winter, butt solder. Jeff Freestyle says butt soldering is a real talent.
Yeah, that just sounds wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't even know how you get someone to stand still long enough.
All you gonna do is
you haven't seen that show. You haven't seen that show, Jackass?
No.
The one of them would do it.
Yeah. So I don't know how long you have to practice to solder to be able to solder enough.
I just watch videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I think you just solder. Just do it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for those glasses. If I do that, I'll clean my desk off and make it a workbench again.
Yep.
The reason I have all this stuff up here is because my workbench doesn't have any work.
Look out.
And there's 3 birds here that I could do some work on.
Get ready to fix.
Yeah.
Before you know it, I'll be soldering everything in the house. Solder the cup to the microphone like this.
Get ready to fix stuff. Justin.
Take my cologne bottle, solder it to the cup. You know, that's how you get practice in. All right, Herman, we got 9 minutes left.
Get ready to fix stuff, Justin.
The thick stuff?
No.
Oh, you're watching them? You're watching them solder?
No, to fix stuff. You said you're going to get back into working on some.
You got jokes. Because that's true. Because I did take this bird after wiring it myself, and Justin sent it to Justin. He was like, your solder was a little sloppy. But I know he was being nice about it. My soldering was effed up.
Does that one fly?
The Tyro never freaking flew, man. She never flew.
The one with the solder?
The one that I soldered, she never flew. VTX and everything. I just don't know what the hell.
Wonder.
Yeah, it does not. It powers on. She powers on. The receiver's bound, but she will not spin up.
The motors won't even turn.
The motors won't turn. So now, and I took it to Justin. He cleaned up the points on it, connection points on it. He cleaned up everything, and it just doesn't want to fly. So what I'm going to do is strip it apart, use the frame,
do it again.
The motors, use the frame, the motors, and start from there.
Well, just unsolder everything and start clean with it again.
Don't wire it the same way you wired it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
that's different.
That's what the problem probably is. If Val, you can talk junk to me because you built your first one successfully.
No, I'll tell you what I had to do, because when it wasn't making, it made the first few cents, but not the last two, and you have to have that happen. And when it wouldn't do that the next morning, did it at night, wasn't doing the morning. I figured it could only be like some kind of short or something in the solder itself. So what I did when I was out flying is I unsoldered a bunch of the wires and resoldered them, made sure they stayed in their own damn lane, because they can splay.
Yeah, the solder can bleed over.
Well, the solder can, and the wires, they have all these little wires that come out. If you're not using really good microfine glass, you can't hardly even tell that some of those will just kind of splay. So you have to bring them all back together, bring it all back together, do that resolder, and that's how I got it working.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a few projects I can work on over the winter for sure.
Yeah, just unsolder
and those glasses, Crawley. No, I don't mind, Rhino. Those glasses, those goggles that you have on your head, I'm going to look for those Friday morning.
Yeah,
I'm going to make it my job to get some.
They're excellent to have, and they come with batteries to a job lot, so you can't go wrong for $5. I was looking for months for them, and I couldn't find them anywhere.
$5.
I went to all the hobby shops, like for
That's a good price.
like that. I went to the not hobby shop, but like knitting shops and stuff, and see if they had nowhere. All of a sudden, I'm standing there one day in job lot, and I asked them, I'm like, "Do you have these?" They're like, "No." And like the following week, I come by, there's a whole new shipment up on the wall, and I'm like, it's right beside me. I'm like, how much are these? They're like $5. I'm like, done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. And they have the extra lenses on the side, which is a plus.
And inside.
Because I know that front plate is a magnifying glass, right?
Yes, but there's a plate behind it too that magnifies it more.
Okay. Well, that's what the extra lenses are for.
See this?
Hold on.
Yeah, you could flip it down.
Oh, okay.
That gives it an additional magnification.
Oh, get out of here.
This does too.
Right. Those are right. Those are what I was talking about.
Right. These I don't really use. It's just I mainly use this big one right here and a small one right behind it.
Okay. And that's good enough for you to see everything.
Good enough for me,
Well,
man.
friend aerials is true. It could be a lot of building and not as much flying, depending on if you crash fly. But I look at it as almost two separate things. You have this thing where you fly, you have this thing where you build. And I look at them kind of separately because I love building. I really do.
I fly every day that I can because the sun's out.
Yeah. And I use a soldering mat. I bought one because I just thought that's probably better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah,
it does sound like a lot of work, but Ray, if you're going to get into like these thin whoops, it would pay. You do electronics alarm systems anyway. So the solder for you,
TC board, diodes, and everything.
So that shouldn't be a problem for you. But it pays to know how to rebuild your quad.
The key about soldering, always make sure your tip is good and your torch not too hot. It's tricks to the gauge of what you're working with, the wires you're working. That's the trick,
Right.
I have a crappy. You just need to tap it, get a heat, put it on, tap it, take it off. You don't need to let it bone it. You know what I mean? You don't have to make love to it. Just tap it. Let's tap it. I watch guys do that all the time, like especially like Val was just saying. Sometimes
have extra
wires that shredded, that stranded wires. It's hard to solder stranded wires.
Right.
Always make sure that they tight.
Right. Well, when I do the tinning on the wire, I found it's best to extra twist.
Yeah.
Even if you get like a little bottlenose plier and just twist it a little more, to make sure they're locked in, and then you tin it.
Mm-hmm.
That part I have fine. It's the actual solder to the board and getting it to stay there. Right. That's my issue.
Yeah.
But I really need to get a micro tip like Justin has there, because if I get a finer tip, I won't have that issue.
Yeah.
This is from Microsoft, and it got LED lights on it.
Well, that's because you have the RX4 9000 soldering gun.
You got to go to
and then keep your hair away from your soldering gun. I was smoking my hair up as I was soldering. Go, what is that smell? My quad smells funny.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, yep. So it's all good now.
You're doing good, man.
What happened?
That's what you meant when you said you had a little smoke.
Yeah, I was actually the solder. My hair was hitting the solder. And no, I did have some smoke when I had it all
Rhino.
together, it was smoking because one of my
Rhino,
it was splayed and it was touching something else. I said,
Oh.
take it off and resolder
In
it.
answer to what you're saying, I do put flux on the pad first. I put flux on the tip of the gun. I put flux on the tip of the freaking solder.
Yeah.
It's more than enough flux. And
Flux.
for some reason, I put it on there. I touch it. It beads up and rolls right off. So
You probably got old solder, man.
that's probably what it is, huh?
If solder sits around exposed, you're not using it regularly, it deteriorates, it breaks down. Solder's not like
Right,
the
yeah.
solder back in the days.
You probably can't
Look
see
at
it.
that.
It worn out, but the minute you pull it out, it's all shiny.
Yeah, you got that's why
Okay.
it has to be inside something. If it's exposed to air, it's crazy, you know.
Oh, I
Now,
didn't
see, I
know.
have soldering tips. I have a fine tip right here in the middle. Hold on. You see that one right there? Like what
Oh,
Justin was using?
Yeah,
I have it, but that does not fit my soldering gun. So maybe I just need to get a whole new soldering gun that it takes this tip right here.
Yeah.
Well, Lawrence, let's get a drop.
Okay, let's go for it.
Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
Those
guys. Oh my
There
God,
we
you guys
go.
sound like your dad. It's like zombies. Eat brain.
Those guys.
I'm back
Brain.
working with you.
Brain. Now you don't want the what is that? What is that? What is that we were teaching Val at one time? The hood ebonics of brain.
Yeah. Oh
God.
no, let's not even get going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Let's not even get into that.
Okay.
But,
Move on. Hey, what's
I
up,
just like-
Sean?
Hey, Sean, what's good, man? We getting ready to get out of here.
All right.
Fana.
Yes, we appreciate you guys coming in. I'm gonna try.
Thank you.
Rhino, I'm gonna try that 6337 because I just believe the solder I have is just crap.
Mhm.
I use 6347. They told me not to bring my solder. I think I don't know.
I use
They had this really thin stuff that I wasn't crazy about.
Like what
But I
Justin
think it
has.
was. So I don't know. You have to get
I
the
said
right solder.
6347.
This one is
6337 is good.
6337. I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, this one says I think this is 6040.
Yeah, I use 6040.
Okay.
6040 is better than me.
This is 6040 right here, but I never used
Right.
this. This actually came in the toolbox that you gave me, Justin, but I had
Right.
El Cheapo solder right here, which has no label on it, and I'm gonna throw this crap out today, right now.
Yeah, I use 6040. It works better with me.
This is the 6040 I'm gonna use, and this right here I'm gonna throw away.
I
Definitely.
use the 63. I like it.
And as
Right.
far as flux, what happened to my flux?
What you use, Brian?
Shiny finish, yeah.
Mr. Crowley, you all right?
All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys.
Yes. I just want to thank everyone in the chat for stopping by and hanging out with those guys.
You're
That's
welcome.
what I think,
Rhino,
right?
Sean.
I'll keep that in mind, Rhino.
What happened?
No,
Oh,
I told him, he says he used 6040. It's not as user friendly,
Okay.
but
That's what I
it's gotta
found,
be
but-
better than what I have here. This must be freaking
Yeah.
2020 because this shit sucks.
2020.
60-20.
Flux, right?
6832. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all of those numbers like that there.
This
I'd
one's
like to thank
36,
everybody for
24.
coming and hanging out with us. Thank all the guys on the panel for coming and hanging out.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with those guys.